the secondary. After looking at the film, kind of where you stand from what happened on Saturday.
Yeah, it definitely was frustrated, and thought we definitely could play better. And we just, like I said after the game, there was a few times we just didn't fit things like we have been. Get cut out of a gap, don't come back across in the back end like we should to be fitting on the run. So that was frustrating. Watching it, all the things were things that we had done well before, just didn't do it as well that night. And give credit to Missouri, they did some good things, but I felt like we could have definitely played better than we did, and didn't tackle quite as well as we have been either. It didn't seem like we were as, but the guys were responsive yesterday. We've got to coach them better, and they've got to keep playing hard, keep working at it, and we can bounce back.
Mike, what are your options at the end in the first half with Tarikas having to sit out?
In this coming game coming up?
Yeah.
Well, we'll play Hal Northern and Bibbins and those guys have been playing in there, and then Coatney and all the guys and Benito and all those guys that just play a few more snaps. They'll all have to play a few more snaps and that type of thing. With Jaquez out, Dante's going to have to basically play all the time right now. We've got other guys getting ready, but he has the most experience in there, so that's what we'll have to do. And hopefully nobody has a targeting and nobody has an injury.
How close is Sistron?
Sistron's getting better and better. He was playing on all our special teams. He would be a guy that would go in there to help us and do that. We've got Willie too, and can move those guys around. We double taught them all. But Dante's played quite a bit of ball right now, so he has the most experience to be able to do it. He usually plays in our nickel package and in our base, so he'll be playing both base and nickel more.
Mike, where are you guys with pass coverage? What was your assessment there? Do you feel like y'all have hit a wall a little bit?
Well, we played really well the week before. Last week, we have the guy sacked a few times and missing, and then the guys are covering, and everybody's covering, and the guy actually falls down, and the guy comes open 3 times. If you go back and watch the film, so it's just frustrating on that side of it. And we've got to play better in the secondary. We've got to keep improving. I think we've made some strides there. I definitely do since earlier in the year, but we've got to play better. And this week they have some excellent receivers and a quarterback that can really throw it. It's going to be a tough challenge against A&M. They're big, fast wide receivers with the quarterback number 11 he can make all the throws, and he's an excellent player.
With the target calls in general, what do you guys do in practice to maybe address that, or maybe
we work on it all the time. We have bags that we hit in the targeting area. When we tackle the sled, we hit in there. We have drills that we actually break and come at it. We have sack drills that we work on it with. It's just the way it happens. The thing with Jaquez was so unfortunate. I mean, that was really, I don't know, it was kind of a half slide, half hit, half touch, it's a weird deal. I understand why they called it, why they did, but I don't know how you practice that one. I mean, I really don't. The guy slid really, really late and stayed upright, and he's trying to pull off. It was kind of a weird deal. And that happens sometimes, but they need to protect the players. They need to make sure they emphasize the rules, and the way they emphasized it, the way they did it, those were targeting. It's a shame that you lose him because it wasn't a malicious type targeting type situation where he launched or anything. But that's the way the rule works, and they made the right decision on it.
So it's kind of a follow-up to that, and I'm taking off my red glasses. Just in a general sense, it seems like quarterbacks with a late slide like that, they fall in the zone and can almost look like it's strategic.
I'm not saying that's strategic, but there are times when there are late slides that are a little bit close. I do know that it seems like a lot of quarterbacks near the sidelines hold up a lot of times to try to draw that. Because you hit a quarterback on the sidelines, it seems like it's more of a reaction than if you hit a tailback or a receiver. And we work on that with our kids. We talk to them about it. We show them on film. You got to be really, really careful. And you even see people slow up on the sidelines, knowing you can't, and then they take off. So it's really a hard situation for a defensive football player. Because you're telling them to be aggressive, you're telling them to make sure you tackle them, you're telling them to, so there's some tough situations, but we go over it, we work it, we show it on film, we have different drills we do. But in today's world of football, I was kind of laughing. I said, neither one of those calls when I played would have happened. The last one on the safety, not the safety, when we had the hit in the end zone that gave them and then the targeting on the quarterback when I played, that would have never happened. I know it was a long time ago, but those wouldn't have happened. So the game's changed, and you're running as a defensive player, and you're trying to be aggressive, and you're trying to go make the play, and then all of a sudden you got to put on your brakes and stop and halt in a split second. It's tough, but I like the way the rules are in. I understand it. I like it. I think it's protection. I think it's good. It's just very unfortunate. It's going to happen in football games, and I still think, and I believe this with all my heart and soul, and I've been preaching it, and I'm going to keep preaching it. I'm glad y'all brought it up. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that a kid, we'll just use Jaquez and Tiz. Jaquez's hit happened early in the second half, okay? So basically, he's going to miss, I'm just going to use it, 30 minutes and 55 minutes. Tiz happened late in the second half. So Tiz is going to basically miss 35 minutes. It's not right. I've been saying it since day one. It ought to be like hockey. It's a 15-minute penalty. Take their helmet off, sit them over there, when 15 minutes is up, come back in. Everybody should have the same time difference. It makes no sense. I think the time difference is absolutely wrong. I like enforcing the penalty. I think the penalties are correct. I think the targeting is correct. The enforcement is wrong. You do the same crime, you should pay the same time. And so I think it needs to be changed. I think it needs to be looked at hard. And I've been preaching it for a while, and they've tweaked it a little bit. Hopefully they'll tweak it further where kids don't miss. One guy misses 55 minutes, another guy misses 35. That's not right. It's not right at all.
Like looking at the run game for A&M, doesn't seem quite as good as their pass game. The change of coverages or go from 4 to 5 in the back.
I think one of the things that happened to them is their excellent running back, number 7, got hurt in the Clemson game. I think they kind of changed a little bit philosophy-wise watching that. Their quarterback is excellent. Their receivers are really good. So I think they're kind of leaning towards where they have a more prolific guys that can make plays. The running backs they have now are really, really good, but they're all young, a freshman and a sophomore. And they can run the ball well. I just think they've kind of leaned more to the passing since that situation happened. And they throw it well, and the quarterback throws it well, reads coverages well, does a good job with that.
Mike, you were talking about how the game's changed, and I think you and I probably played in the same years, probably with different levels of success. But
Depends on if you ask my coaches or not.
yeah,
I thought I played good. We all played really well back. There's not as much film and video, so we're okay.
Wallace had though that physical coach, that assistant coach, somebody grab the face mask, jerk you around, then you get up in your shoulder pads, things like that. Is that still a part of the game?
No, it's not. It's still a part of the game. I think that you still need to, coaches still need to coach with passion. They still need to understand that it's an emotional game. But the part of all that you're talking about, that's not still part of the football game in today's world.
Anything else for Coach MacIntyre?